Welcome to Timeless Moments with Natanya and Donna. Welcome, Natanya. Yes, you
Yes.
don't know that. Here we go
Oh, I
again.
know.
So remember, timeless moment is anything that we throw up and stick. That's what we're going to be talking about among other things, because you know what we do. We don't stick to one topic because we are original. We are not original. We don't go with the usual stuff. We are just out here flowing and just having a conversation with my girlfriend.
For
and
sure.
that's all it is. We're having conversation, but at the same time, we would love the audience as well to chime in, and maybe even tell us sometimes, what would you like us to talk about? No, okay, what are you looking at? Yes, what were you climbing up?
Oh gosh, we're so crazy.
Oh, well, yeah, we are crazy. And listen, we were we've been talking about so much freaking things.
A lot of things today. A lot of things today.
When we're talking about our children, we talk about the weather, we talk about men, we talk about women. And you know what? I was listening, my girlfriend just sent a video just now. I should have let you listen to it. And the video is basically saying that we forget how to be true girlfriends or true authentic friends.
Oh.
Like the video was showing a man on the top, the top, being crushed by a rock, and he's holding his wife or his girlfriend. And then there was a snake where she could have put her foot on, but there's a snake, so she put her foot on there, the snake would have bite her. So in her head, she's saying, "Why isn't he pulling me up? Why it's taking him so long?" Assumptions. We're not asking anything. We're just assuming. And then he's on top, complaining and saying, "Oh my God, I'm being crushed by this rock. I'm trying to help her up, but she's not helping herself up."
Okay.
Again, assumptions, because we're not speaking. And it struck a chord because I see it happens all the time. Not only in friendship, but also relationships. And I'm thinking, I know I've seen this before, but it's just so funny that she sent it in time for us to have the conversation right now. And I think it's just so important to have that conversation. Even when Nathan and I were talking, I think we were talking about even when we decided to create this program. I'm going to tell you how this program was created. It was just created because Nathan and I decided to be accountability partner in our business. Right. And, meditating and asking or talking about smarts and what's your plan, and we have to be precise. This is how this started.
So true.
Right.
Yes.
And we're constantly talking. And Natanya says, and I think Natanya said, we should start just recording and just start talking. So now, it reached a place. And then I said to her, but Natanya, you and I are like, we're alike, but we're different. Yeah. And I'm not even going to talk about that. She's vegan and I'm not. It's not has nothing to do with that, but we have different styles of doing things. She's the tree hugger. I'm not. She's the tree hugging, and I'm not. But because we speak and we understand each other, it works.
Yes, it does. It really does.
Because as the audience here, look at us, and and the talk, we're different, like so different,
and we made
the same.
And we made that commitment too, because we thought, oh my goodness, what time should we meet? Daily. And why don't we start early? We're morning people.
We're always up early.
So we decided we would definitely begin and be accountable. And it was done effortlessly. It didn't seem burdensome. It was something to look forward to. And we're thinking, wow. But you know what ended up allowing us to be doing this now, as you said, is that we said, oh my goodness, we're talking about so many different things of life, of just real life, daily life situations, stories, and we're saying laughter and food. And we're saying, if we're talking like this,
everybody should be too.
Everybody else must be. So why don't we extend that love that we have had with each other and for each other? Why don't we extend it out to you?
And it's so funny. We talk about our tribe, like we have friends, and we're kind of all the same. Because when we have girls' night, and I have a girlfriend, her favorite topic is money and sex. Listen, and we can get so much things going from that conversation. You know what I mean? Natanya, we talk about everything. Everything.
Yeah. Things I'd never even thought I would even talk about.
Yeah, we just talk about because you're comfortable.
Because we're comfortable.
Your group of friends, but you know your group of friends, you kind of understand who you are.
Yeah.
And a true friend and true friendship is having that conversation, a true authentic
It's
conversation.
It's
you know,
true.
how we talk about the love languages. Love languages also pertains to friendships.
It does.
I know
It
what
does.
drives her, and she knows what drives me.
Exactly.
You know, of course are we gonna agree all the time? No, we're gonna disagree as well.
No. But you know, the funniest thing is when we do disagree, we talk about it.
We do.
We really do. And then
what was it that we were doing? And I said to you, oh, I don't think this is gonna work, Natanya, because I don't like certain things. I said, Donna, stop. No, this it's
true.
It's true. Like my horns went up.
Yes, it did.
My horns did go up for a couple seconds.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, Donna, breathe. It's okay. And we worked it out. But we talked about it.
Yes.
You know, and that's what we're talking about. It's about the effectiveness of communication. Because one can talk, but the reality is, are you listening?
While you're talking and I'm listening to us here, I think about sometimes when we talk about communication and we all have different ways of communicating with each other, right? It may seem easy to verbalize, and sometimes, trust me, it's not that easy depending on who you're dealing with. And other times people communicate through writing a letter, writing a note, starting up texting. Yeah. But also, you know, sometimes we have to be creative. If we know how someone is, what makes them tick, there's something important you really want to be heard. For example, what if they like something particular? Say they like maybe fruits, or they might like perfume. I'm just saying simple little things. Make that little effort. Because at the end of the day, the result is what's important. So we communicate through exchange of some sort, whether it's talk, whatever it is, to engage in a conversation.
Okay, so quick question. So the fruit and the perfume, are we talking about relationship communication, or we're just talking all
communication
around?
Or all around? Because we were just saying that, you know, if we have disagreements.
So yeah, give me fruits and perfume. Is that what you're saying? That's I'm just trying to get at that.
Well,
I like both.
Why? Yes. How do you know? It works. It really, really works. And you'll get yes. No, no, I'm not talking about bribing or anything like that.
It sounds like that. That's okay, bribe me.
But you know what? As long as it works on both sides, right?
I understand.
And the ending result is what you wanted to accomplish,
and at the same time too, you know what? Everybody can't be friends. At one point, if you and someone was friends for many, many, many moons, when it's time to end, it's time to end. No amount of communication, no amount of tyking, no amount of perfumes and mangoes that you give. If it's not to be, it's not to be. Sometimes we know when to end it and not force things. Because when we do that, it causes stress on you. Do you know what I mean? But I do like so my from me, my love language is touch for everybody. You know, my girlfriend, my sisters always said, Donna, stop touching me no, man. Jesus, like, you know, I'm a touchy, feely type of person. And, you know, I piss her off all the time, but she's getting used to it. So now she's not cussing me off anymore. I have girlfriends who's like, Jesus. But to say that though, there was a survey out the other day, and it was a video again that I was watching, and they were saying that men are more affectionate than women. Men are men are the hug, hey bro, and huggy. And funny enough, and I was offended by that when they said it. I said, no, that's not true. Women are too. But I had to be truthful to myself. Women are not as affectionate to their female partners as men. Because I've seen women, the women that are the ones and the two that it's okay to touch them, but a lot of women is like, you know, they're okay with this. But I've seen men, you know, when they're really good, said, bro, and the only difference is women, we speak, we talk a lot, men don't. But I find that they really do hug and greet each other a different way than women, you know, because I am the anomaly in my group. I'm the only one that's really touchy-feely. I'm more that time my girlfriend, la, Donna, take your hand off on me, la, 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 because I am that way. Go ahead, sweetie, go ahead.
It's funny. I have many friends, like male friends,
Mhm.
and it's funny you said that because I know sometimes some of their significant others, and if they are just meeting me for the first time in the past, you grow to the friendship grows, but in my mind, sometimes I know how I can be. I'm very affectionate, whether it's a male or the female. And even if it's a total stranger sometimes and they're a part of your clique, I embrace them.
Me too.
And I remember a couple of times I could just feel the energy of the significant other. And it was just this naturalness of myself. And
make it nice too. You're pretty. So it's like,
oh, I wasn't even thinking about that.
no, but this is the female.
But
female
what they're
thing,
thinking about,
yeah,
and all I'm thinking about is, my goodness, I'm just so excited and so happy to see both of you, but this is a person I know and I'm comfortable with that. And you can just feel it. And then it's later on, they realize that, hey, I'm not a threat.
No, listen.
We're laughing, and then they realize this is who I am. So sometimes first impression, it doesn't go off the way that you kind of expect it, but you can only be yourself.
You are yourself. So
and that's all it can be.
Just like Natanya, last week Thursday I went out and I saw a friend of mine, and he got remarried, and I saw him like, oh my God, I'm hugging him, I'm thinking da, 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 da. And I said, oh, what's your name? And she told me this is his wife, and I grabbed her. I said, oh my God, it's so nice to meet you. I just love this guy, and I'm hoping that I can love you too. Yeah. And I think she was taken aback. You know what I mean? But that's not my issue. That's not my issue, because I'm an excitable person, especially if I love someone and I care for someone. If I don't know you, you'll get a hug too, just like Natanya. But at the same time, my sister always said to me that I love too fast, or I bring people too quickly into my circle. And I find that you get burned that way. What's your thought on that?
You can burn. There comes a time in your life too where you realize you have to protect your energy. And that's something that I've learned because I've gotten burnt because of the residue that leaves behind. And it can really go into your cells. I'm not exaggerating. And all of a sudden you start either feeling sick or, something is going on and you're wondering what happened. It's that energy. So my point is, we do have to be mindful. And I feel that the way things were back then, things have kind of changed somewhat.
Then, what is back then?
When I say back then, I mean 20, 30, 40 years ago, when we never had technology and all of that stuff. People were, I feel, there was a different energy. I'll give an example. Say I am not seeing you like how often I see you now, because it seems like when we see, there are people who you haven't seen in years. And when you see them, it's like yesterday.
That's true.
A lot of times we communicate through Facebook, or we communicate through WhatsApp, right? Social media, FaceTime, all of these things. Now, sometimes when I see the person, I thought I just saw them physically yesterday, but I probably hadn't seen them 4 or 5 years ago. So that's kind of what I'm trying to say. Things have changed. So when I say things have changed, people are who we are. But I believe with everything that's going on right now, and the lockdown and all of the stuff that's been happening, I find that people are more guarded. People, there's a lot of people, they're thinking twice before they shake your hand or they hug you, and sometimes you're not sure how to react to certain people, because even people who I felt say are my closest friends or whatever, it's a different dynamics. And I feel it.
I hear what you're saying. I start asking permission now.
So
is it okay to hug? Are we good?
Yeah, and then there's times I just do it, and I kind of feel like, okay, and yeah, and you can't blame one because of all the ordeal. But the funniest thing is, I have not changed.
Me either.
It never.
You know what it is? I think because we're not living in that fear zone.
I still hugged. I still I still embrace people.
I believe that what COVID has done for many is put them in the state of fear. And fear is one of the lowest vibration. One of the lowest, you have fear, you have ego, you know what I mean? All those are the lowest vibration ever, right? So if we're not living in a state of fear and self-doubt, we're okay, because guess what? If we ever go, we ever go. There's one thing guaranteed in this world: if you're gonna die, you're gonna die. You know, and I believe that what the society is doing is trying to separate us as one.
Yeah.
We need each other, believe it or not. We do. We need the cohesiveness, we need the hugs, we need the laughter, we need the enlightenment, we need dance, we need, you know, just enjoy. Because honestly, it's love and joy that brings and build this community. You know, so can you imagine if them take that away from us? We're living in a doom and gloom, mental health, illness.
That's right.
You know, separation and anxiety. Jesus.
Yeah.
See,
I know.
we're going on a tantrum.
Oh my God, yeah. What were we talking about?
I don't remember.
What were we talking about?
Communication. Communication. That's what I mean. Oh my God. And anything with rope and stick. That's what we're talking about. You know, and that's so funny. That's how we are. Like, you know, I got to love because we definitely talk about a lot of things. We do talk a lot of things. And I mean, as both as an entrepreneur, she's an author and a coach. Myself I'm an author and a coach. It's so funny. I mean, we just found out that her middle name is Marie. Mine is Marie.
I know.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's so beautiful.
And her old time name is part of it is Dawn.
Yeah.
And I'm Donna. It's just this is where communication and
Dawn.
Yeah, Dawn. There's something that's just put the Dawn. And I'm Donna. Yeah. This is so funny. Like, you know, people, but true authentic communication, and you start getting to know people, is when you're going to find out things about them.
Yeah. We're finding out so many things on a daily basis, literally on a daily basis.
Literally
It's
on wonderful. A daily basis. Yeah, we need to have that sisterhood or the brotherhood and have that conversation and true authentic and not no superficial conversation. Yeah. Yeah, everybody can be superficial, you know.
You remember when you used to have games night and one of my favorite game is Ludo. Ludi. We call it Ludi. I used to have a board. I don't have any.
I have Ludi
but I have to get one. It's a must.
What's kind of you come from Trinidad about Ludi?
Ludo.
It's Ludi.
Ludi board. Ludi board.
Oh my God.
I love Ludi, you know.
My mother was amazing at that.
Well, we have to play.
I don't like stuff like that. I'm sorry. I don't like Ludi board. I don't like dominoes. Yeah, I'm not that Jamaican.
Well, you don't have to like it.
I'm not that Jamaican.
But we can't, but it would have help.
Help for what? To help you?
I don't know.
My sister's good.
You might bring, we
I like it's so funny. Like I'm not a board player. My kids come up with crazy
remember
games.
Snakes and Ladder.
Yeah. I should buy one of that for my grandkids. I don't even think they know about Snake and Ladder. Do this to even make
Scrabble, yeah.
Checkers. I like checkers and the chess. I like those little games. Although I don't know play of chess much, but I can learn. It's a thinking game, right?
Yes,
chess,
it is.
right?
It is.
But I like playing tennis and
the physical.
Yeah, I like the physical, but
I used to play tennis, and then my shoulder got got dislocated, and especially from basketball.
You play basketball?
I used to play basketball on a team. I played all the way up to grade 12. And when my shoulder kept popping out, I went to volley. I was going for a rebound down. And
we're talking basketball. We're not talking volleyball.
Basketball. So I went to volleyball, and one day I was just right at the net going whoosh, and it
okay.
And it was like, but I love running. I love track. Yeah, I love track.
You see, I have to make sure what Natanya is talking about, because we were talking about one thing and then it just changed. So that's what I'm saying. We're talking about basketball, eh? See, we're talking basketball, and then all of a sudden volleyball comes in. So I used to play volleyball too. So I've never played basketball. So I think after kids, I think I was divorced at this point. A girl invited me to be on a basketball team, right? So I say, yeah, I need to exercise. I said, those girls are some big ass strong. So, one of the time I got the ball and I see some rotten big girls coming up. I'm just dash with the ball and I said,
no way.
Out.
Can you imagine?
I was like, what? And I'm thinking, no. Boop. And they laughed.
That is hilarious.
I said, did you see this girl, guys? I dropped the ball and go sit down.
Wow.
I did.
Maybe that was the right thing to do.
This was a damn right thing to do.
I love it.
No, I could not. Like they were coming, like a herd of bulls coming. No, man, drop the ball so fast and go sit down.
You know what?
It was, one of those winter league games when women linked up there. So
oh yeah.
yeah, no man. So no way. Volleyball, I'll play volleyball. When I saw those girls coming after me, no man. I dropped that ball so fast.
Maybe I'll do the same thing too.
You want to run up on me?
Maybe to run too.
Oh, okay. No, man. It was really scary.
It must be for you to do that. Definitely.
No, man. And I'm looking, I'm like, what? So when me sitting on the sideline watching it, it doesn't look like that. You know what I mean? But to be on the field, playing like, my team at Jamaica play netball, you throw the ball. But it's totally different. These girls are running like bull. And you hear scrap. I was like, no, that was not for me.
Wow.
I quit instantly.
I don't
and it's so funny, like I did taekwondo and I did kickboxing, but I guess it's a different contact sports. I know the movement, but to just see these bullets coming after me, it's like,
you can't have that.
No,
you
cannot.
No, Donna, nah.
Memories, timeless moments.
Moments.
So nice
we want to hear about
your timeless moments. We have to hear about your timeless moments because honestly, we're in a society that we need to laugh and digress and uproot and just be ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we're so inundated.
We are.
With everybody else's issue on the news. Our true authentic self get covered. But so I believe that times like this, that you sit and talk and just bring up stories of great memories, because not everything that's in the past that was awful.
No.
And I believe that these little talk helps. It's just like I'm, even in the healing storytelling group that I have, I'm not looking for people to talk about all the bad things, good things.
Of course.
Because
of course.
Now that we're talking, I even forgot about the time that those bull girls just let me drop the ball and go sit down, because I totally forgot about it. But just talking about the sports and that memory came up, and it's like a lovely memory.
Because that was a part of it.
Yes.
That was a part of it.
And it's a lovely memory.
Exactly.
When we sit down, not at that moment on the court, but when I sat down, it was a lovely memory that my sister was laughing her ass off. And listen,
in that moment,
afterwards, I was laughing. I'm like, what? Because she said to me, Donna, why you two? I don't think you should. I said, no, I can do this, and I need the exercise, and yeah.
I'm out of here. I'm out.
Ran.
Oh,
I just dropped the ball.
Oh God, I could just imagine Donna.
So they had to find somebody because I guess they were short of man because I ran like Ross.
Goodness.
Oh. Thank you for great memories.
Isn't it amazing when you can just laugh about situations after the fact?
Situationships, I love it.
Situationships.
Oh,
I love it.
Oh my God, I love it.
It's beautiful. It's such a wonderful thing to just be able to exhale.
Listen, we're going to come to a close where Donna and Natanya is talking about timeless moments. Wherever we talk about and drop Pandy Grung and stick, that's the conversation we're going to be having. Again, please share, comment, and tell me a little bit about your timeless moment. What made you laugh? Know that we're talking about it. What came up? What things that you had the biggest belly laugh and you said, you know what? I remember that. We want people to
have a belly laugh right now.
Before.
No, mega see for the next time.
All right. Because we want people to remember happy moments. Because remember, happy moments is where we put up our higher vibration that makes us happy. And there was serotonin, they were glad bus bag or back bus. What
belly bus?
Billy bus. Is it? So Jamaican, tell me if we're saying it right. Because it sounds familiar. I think it's laugh bag.
Laugh bag or laugh till the belly bus.
Anyways, you know what I talk about. We need you to be in that high vibration to remember happy moments.
Yes.
Happy moments.
Yes.
This is Donna and Natanya. See you next time on Timeless Moments.